What is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, which means it's time for another Tuesday Takeover. I am Scott Moran, the co-founder here at Samcart, the e-commerce platform for creators. This right here, Jordan P. Anderson, creative director extraordinaire. This down here, Taylor Danielle, with us is here to offer e-commerce expertise, right? This is what we do here. On the Tuesday Takeover, we dive in, we look at, as we do all the we're going to take a look at a creator agency actually today. So a really successful agency, somebody who is helping a bunch of people on TikTok, has grown a really big audience herself, right? An awesome creator, but someone who could be missing the boat in actually growing their business, recognizing more revenue, right? And feeding her agency. So with that, guys, what's going on? Taylor, how you doing?
It's Christmas time.
Christmas!
I'm wearing my Dab Santa sweater to be festive because I'm gonna be on holiday break, so y'all won't catch me next week.
That's right. Audi 5000. I don't think we're going to see a Tuesday Takeover next week. I think we're going to let everybody enjoy the holiday break and get it out there. Jordan, what's going on, man? Are you
pretty good?
Awesome?
I'm just excited that Restream has the Christmas music baked in, so we can all enjoy it. That's only once a year that we get to enjoy.
Happy holidays to all. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone watching out there in the world. If you guys enjoy looking at how to strategically grow and maximize more revenue, do all the stuff from selling digital products and running an e-commerce business, you are in the right place. So go ahead, give us that thumbs up, give us a follow on YouTube if you haven't already. Helps it get seen by more people, yada, yada. You've heard it, all right? That's the one. And go ahead and drop a first in the comments if this is your very first takeover. Always love seeing how many people are joining us for the very, very first time. But without further ado, Jordan, introduce us. What do we got? Who are we talking about today?
Yeah, we've got a YouTube creator, now turned TikTok creator. This is Jade Darmawangsa. But for the sake of this live show and for time, we're just going to say Jade. I've been following Jade for about 4 or 5 years. Great content, great insights on how to grow your YouTube following, how to launch your TikTok channel. And she's kind of done everything. She's kind of been all over the map with everything. And as we see, and as we will see in this breakdown, she has done everything and is kind of all over the place. But we're going to want to give you some insights on as a social media marketing agency, maybe you're running a creative agency yourself, or you're in the client services world, maybe some tips and tricks that you can pick up on the way, or rather than some what to do, rather what not to do in this Tuesday Takeover. But Scott, you're running the slideshow. Let's get down to who Jade is and what her business is all about.
Let's hit it. So today we have one major theme that we want to talk about, right? So again, Jade, you guys can follow her on YouTube and follow her on TikTok, Instagram. We'll have some links down below this video that you guys can go and check out because she's a great creator. I think she's got a ton of awesome stuff, makes some great content. But here is sort of the fatal flaw that we see, right? That any of you guys out there who are yourselves agencies, or you are a digital creator, you're growing your own audience, right? Pay attention, okay? Because your job as an agency, and really honestly as a creator in general, right, is to make this very, very easy, right? You need to make it easy for people to go from being a follower of yours to becoming something more, becoming a customer, becoming a email subscriber, right? Taking that next step. It's one thing to have a big audience on YouTube, a big audience on TikTok, a big audience everywhere else, right? And it's another thing entirely to turn that into an asset that you can take with you, that you can let them know about new products you have, new spots you have open in your agency, new ventures that you're starting, right? Because the truth is, if you have audiences on the major social media platforms, you do not own that audience, right? Taylor, Jordan, I know both of you guys, we have talked and have horror stories from people who, I had a big audience over here, and then what happened? Bang, it's gone. Algorithm doesn't like me anymore. Somebody in my channel did something bad, whatever, right? Weird copyright strikes. We've all heard those stories.
Oh, yeah. Or even to kind of twist it, like to think that you need social media following in order to grow your business or to start making revenue. I've talked to so many creators here on Samcart that say, well, once I have 100,000 followers, that's when I'll start monetizing. That's when I'll start making my full-time income. And folks, if you're listening, if you have less than 10,000 subscribers on whatever platform you have, you can make a full-time income. But yeah, so Jade has something, Taylor, we did the math, something like 800,000 total subscribers.
Yep.
That golden $800,000 per year number that we're always searching for. But yeah, Scott, what do you think? Is like having that large following, is she using it to its full capability and capitalizing on it?
I'm going to say no, right? But here's the good part, right? Is that doing that is honestly not that hard, right? if you have an audience, if you're attracting subscribers, honestly, that's the tough part. Talking about something people cares about, right? But here we are right here. This is where I think, again, the Tuesday Takeover is where we bring our e-commerce expertise, right? As someone who gets top-down views into tens of thousands of businesses selling, $80 to $100 million of their own stuff online every month, right? This is what I think Jade is missing, and what agencies and growing your agency is really all about. You need to be continuously filling your pipeline, right? Creating opportunities so that the next time you have a new client service offering, and next time you have a new spot for, whatever, maybe if you're a coach, you have a new spot in like a mastermind or coaching group or something like that, right? Is that you have people sitting around waiting to do those things, right? Because here is itself the problem, right? Jade has something like 800,000 social media followers between YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, right? The big ones there, right? Something like 800,000 social media followers. My guess, and again, we are not inside of Jade's business, we're not in her numbers, right? But here is my guess. My guess is that she has probably 10,000 or fewer email subscribers, paying customers included in that number, right? She has this really small section of her audience who have basically transitioned with her off of social media to somewhere that she owns, somewhere that is an asset for her and growing her business, right? The big number is an asset, okay? But, right, having your business will be dictated by how many people you basically help identify and take off of social media, right? Social media followers are not customers. Social media followers are not email subscribers, okay? It is all about how much can I get these people to come with me, raise their hand so that I can continue to grab their attention in more than one spot.
That's right. So even having as a social media agency, her whole shtick is like, or the credibility or authority that comes from her agency is the size of her following. She says, hey, I have 350,000 followers on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and that attracts clients, potential clients. They're going to see how big that is. And as we probably go to this next slide, we're going to see like, if you're a happy, excited client or prospect coming in and say, hey, wow, look, she has a huge following. I want that for my business. How do I get in contact with her? How do I give her my money? How do I book a call? Let's find out, Scott.
Exactly. I mean,
I was
going to say, yeah. So Taylor and I did a bunch of clicking around Jade's social media stuff, right? And basically just tried to simulate, okay, cool. If I was someone who's in her world and I wanted to dive in, you know what I mean? I want more of Jade. I want to get in there. I want to get on her email list. I want to see what she's got. I want to maybe I buy something from her if I want to learn something about that. We just got to start clicking around. So Taylor, let us know. We went and did that. What did we find, right? So it starts obviously homepage.
Yeah, so the homepage, and I personally think her website is beastie, and that's about as far as it goes for me, because I saw that the second link at the top said store. I'm like, great. Y'all know how we feel about making sure that your links go straight to what you're offering. I thought it was great, but then you click on it and it just anchors you to another part of the page that leads to nowhere. And I was really disappointed because I was excited to see what is offering. Now, to be fair, it is pretty obvious on that space that it's to be determined on, one of the projects that she has founded. That's cool. But I had no way of getting added to a list. I had no way of like, okay, if I want to know when it's available to buy, how do I get to it? How do I ensure? Maybe can I pre-buy it? Because it is for a really great cause, one of her, her companies. And so click around. There's another link that says, hey, you can go to this other store instead. It went nowhere. And then there's coaching that I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe she's offering some one-on-one time. Remember, your time is valuable. So if people want time with you, charge them for it. That's my philosophy. Goes to her email subscriber space, which I'm like, cool. But what does that mean in terms of coaching? Are you going to send me something or what? And you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom for one form to figure out different ways to get in touch, which is basically just send me an email. And I'm not hating on reaching out an email, but if I'm an excited fan, especially like if I was Jordan's been following her for a while. I can't spend money with you. If I really like your stuff and I'm ready to spend money with you, there's no way to do that. And there was a lot of links that were just leading to dead ends and didn't provide any insight. And because she has multiple businesses, they're all siloed off in their corners, but they all have the same trend of, I don't know how to go from I'm a huge fan to I want to support you in an easy to follow way.
That's so incredibly important, right? I want to go from a fan to something more, right? Maybe that's a customer. Maybe there's a digital product to buy. Maybe that is just going and getting on an email list, right? Which by itself, even that was freaking hard, right? So this is the homepage for I guess
Exit Media.
X8 Media, right? X8 is sort of her agency. Pretty site, you know what I mean? But here's what we got. I took a screenshot. This here on the right, like closer to my face, is the very bottom of the page. And what I've highlighted in red is that form, okay, to get in touch with her agency. So if I'm someone who's watching her stuff and I'm engaged and I'm thinking, this is awesome, I would love to work with this agency, not only do I have to go to the homepage and scroll past a bunch of stuff, right? But I have one single call to action way down at the bottom that's going to actually turn me from a social media follower into an email subscriber here, right? So it's not easy to find. We kind of just everywhere kept going and kept finding essentially kind of dead ends or really kind of like twisty turny mazes to actually get more involved with Jade, which means that Jade is actively turning away, okay, people who are her most engaged followers, right? And so, here's another one, Taylor. We looked at her most popular video of all time, right? The most popular video of all time on her entire channel, 2.5 million views, right? And the link right at the top led us to a dead end on her site.
404.
Right? Just to a dead URL. So no put down a deposit and let's get on a strategy call. No collect an email. No sell, a quick online course or something here, right? Absolutely nothing there. It's just, unfortunately, a dead link. Now, let's keep this in perspective, okay? Any of you guys watching, if you guys know or suspect, right, that you might have dead end 404 dead links and stuff all around your own social medias or on your own homepage, give me like a guilty yes in the chat, okay? Because I'm sure we do too. This is understandable, right? This is not like the world's worst thing. It's easy to fix, that kind of stuff, right? And we've all been there. But the important part is, right, as we were exploring and looking around and checking out, just learning more about Jade and what she's doing and stuff like that, we basically just kind of kept getting turned away when we wanted to dive in and wanted to show some interest, wanted to get on a link, wanted to go buy something from her, and this is another one. Taylor, you found this one, right? What are we looking at here?
Yeah. So on, if you've ever been on YouTube, anything, and you go to a channel's homepage, there's always a space where you can have like a feature video to, share a little bit about yourself and have a description and links. And so there are 2 links there that point to social media courses from her 2 biggest platforms outside of YouTube that have the most followers, which is TikTok and YouTube. However, when I clicked on either of them, and it's the same on the website, it goes to the Shopify Learning Center thing, which cool. I'm not necessarily hating that at least it went somewhere, but it wasn't her course. I'm like, where's the TikTok course?
And it's like there's hundreds of courses and stuff in this kind of area where Shopify is just giving away a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? Clearly, either she chose to take this stuff off of Shopify's sort of like big spot, right? Or she's just linking to the whole thing and asking people to go search. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
And either way, right? Even if it linked directly to her stuff, there's still no way for someone to join her email list from this. There's no way for someone to buy and give her money and her to get the customer contact data and build her own asset. You know what I mean? So none of these things are building an asset that Jade can continue to use later to build her agency or to get people excited about a new venture that she launches or to let her know about, hey, I've got a new spot for a TikTok client or something kind of like that, right? So over and over again, what we're finding is we're exploring around her stuff and we love it. We're diving in, great content, you know what I mean? But it's just so hard to keep going further, right? And so here's the last one, Taylor, again, this is what? This is the link from her TikTok account?
Right. And it is going to what is basically, I think Jordan said it best, like Venmo for crypto. She talks a lot about Web3, NFT, crypto, all of that, which is cool. I know that that's a big thing that's going on right now, but this is going to somebody else. And I'm not even sure what I was looking at for a second. I was like, I'm supposed to sign up for something. I'm not sure how it relates. I'm sure it's probably in one of her TikTok videos, but it's again going to another affiliate setup that isn't going to bring her any immediate direct income. And then it just stops there instead of it being a link that goes to something that she owns to again drive any type of customer relationship instead of it's a relationship with MoonPay.
Spot on. Yeah. Listen, she's essentially building other people's businesses. You know what I mean? She's sending MoonPay customers. She's sending people to Shopify. She's, she is punting, has this big, awesome audience, but is basically punting on building an asset for herself, right? That would serve anything that she wants, really. You know what I mean? She's got so many people, I think, that are in love with Jade. You know what I mean? You go into the
Yeah.
comments sections of her videos, she clearly has super fans. You know what I mean? And she's not
only 21. I'm as a millennial, I'm a little slight hater because when I see some of these young ones come in and they're like, I'm only 20 years old and I'm already making $1 million. I'm like, damn, what was I doing? Like, you know, so like,
her, man, she's doing a great job, right? So we talked about the problem. Here's the problem. Okay. So now if we were in charge of the e-commerce strategy and some of that, what would we do? Okay. Now this is let's flip our hats from, we're talking about it to let's solve the problem, right? What would we go and do, right? So let me introduce you. This is Nick Wolney. Okay. Nick Wolney, who did one of my favorite things I've ever seen on a Sam Card account. Nick is a writing agency, right? That's his whole bag. His whole bag is that he wants people to come in and spend big money having him ghost write for them, get them published in cool spots, right? He has an awesome team doing cool stuff there, right? So how did Nick go from letting people become a follower, because he wrote about and had an awesome following on how to get traffic from Medium, right? How to write on medium.com and get traffic and things like that, right? And so what did he do? Well, he decided to take that expertise and turn it into a digital product. And so he sold a number of different things. Chiefly among them, he sold a $97 kind of like short, I call it like a mini course is probably the right way to describe it, right? But he had some templates and some stuff in there too, right? But it was all about how can you go and get Medium traffic, right? And so what he was doing was turning his followers on social media, right? Making it very easy, linking directly to, a Sam Card page where someone can go buy this offer, essentially. And he's getting a customer. Someone is paying him money, so there's profit involved right on the spot. And then what he was doing was using Sam Card's order bump feature, okay, to let someone spend more money to hop on a strategy session with him. So he's getting paid for someone to buy digital content that he makes once and sells 1,000 times, right? He was getting paid to hop on strategy sessions with his best, hottest followers, right? That then what happens on that call? Hey guys, I have an agency. Would you like me to do this for you, right? Mm-hmm. Closing clients right and left. Nick himself said it was one of the smoothest, easiest ways he had ever found to close new clients. Is genius, right? So he is letting his followers become something more, offering a digital product, and then using that at the same time to then close and identify his best followers and people who would then become agency clients that are paying him tons of money. You know what I mean? Like that's the idea. And so love that idea in terms of if the goal is how can I take a big audience, identify the best ones, make money, right? And then build an asset that follows me around the clock. All those customers, everyone who's ever bought from Nick, it's an asset. He ever wants to go and start something else. He ever wants to say, hey guys, I've got, his agency will never have an open spot unfilled ever again, right? Because he's got this list of people that have bought from him in the past that can come back to any time and say, hey guys, who wants in? And he's going to have a whole bunch of people that say, hell yeah, Nick, I loved your content. I love what I bought, right? Sign me up.
I think this is honestly a great model for Jade to follow with X8 Media, just because, I even said as we were scrubbing through everything, like, I need help with videos, like all the time, right? And so especially when it's TikTok, I'm like, if I can get somebody to just give me the rundown, where do I start, where do I finish, I'd be willing to pay for that. Just the strategy, the outline itself is enough value to bring people in. And like you said, to suss out who's going to be your most valuable people to offer an opportunity in their agency for, because she's done work with really great brands. And so since there's no availability to really like connect with that, I think offering any type of strategy call, it justifies the value of charging people. Because I know some people do like free discovery calls. Just offer them the plan up front. Hey, I'll lay it all out for you. All you have to do is charge me $97 for the hour or something like that, whatever you want to charge. And then that can go into your bigger, higher ticket offering because you've proven why you're valuable with the plan. And I think this would be a perfect opportunity for Jade's business.
It's why you don't propose on the first date, right? Well, you don't propose on the first date if you like them. You know what I mean? Like if you want to stick around, you want it to last a long time. You know what I mean? And so what is that baby step for Jade, right? For her, I think the easiest one for everybody, right, is email subscriber. Go get more email subscribers, right? Make it easy, right? Link to, if all Jade did was replace all these dead links that we kind of highlighted, right? And replace them with, go to the forum and grab something for free, join my email list, right? Whatever. That's probably a win by itself. The next step would be, what is that baby step type purchase that someone could make, right? Maybe that content she made for the Shopify Learn thing, an Instagram course, a quick TikTok training, like something like that, right? People would gobble that up from her. It would mean revenue in the door. It would mean she identifies her best customers. It would mean she's got perfect. Every single one of those people would be an opportunity for her to give a call, qualify, whatever, right? And say, would you like to sign up for my agency, right? Would you like to do these kind of things? And so, anyway, yeah, love that, Taylor. I think that's a freaking perfect game plan. Anybody out there who's got an agency, sells services, sells coaching, even, like, this is the model, right? Help your customers, help your social followers, rather, do a little bit more baby step type stuff, right? And watch what happens when you just have more opportunities to do this, right? So, how can you help a follower become a customer? I would love to see a world where Jade could do some very small tweaks, right? And turn this, right, into something more like this. All right. She should have a thriving email list, customer list, whatever, of probably 100,000 people, not what I'm guessing is probably much, much smaller. I don't know. Again, we don't know. We always want to know. Maybe Jade's going to come back in the comments. She's going to email us afterwards and say, I do have 100,000 email followers. I would be shocked, right, just based on what we've seen. But this would be the goal. Now she would have this huge asset. Anytime you want, drop an email in there. Anytime you post a new video, email your list. Anytime you have a new client offering, email your list. Anytime you're rolling out, she's got her NF tree, venture thing going on. Email this list of people and you will have more people there than you know what to do with, right? But this is really it. This is the growing your agency is all about how can you help a follower become a customer, right? And giving people those kind of options, making it that easy. Obviously, we talk from Sam Card experience all the time where make one page, right? One page that highlights something you've got that your customers are going to be interested in, link to it from YouTube, link to it from your link tree, link to it from whatever, right? And watch what happens next, right? More customers your business has, the better, right? And that's the blueprint. That's how you do it.
Awesome. My one takeaway from this is that during the holiday season, it's kind of slow, and this is a great time to start to tidy up some of those dead links. Go to your website right now, go to your YouTube channel, go to your most popular videos, folks, go to your link in bio and act like a customer and click around and see, do these links die? Because you might be questioning like, hey, why am I not getting sales, or I'm not getting as much traffic as I used to.
Yeah.
It could
None
be
of these
something
links go anywhere, right?
Yeah, it could be as simple as like, hey, just tidy it up, do a little housekeeping, and find some of those dead links on your in your universe.
Sometimes it's way simpler than it needs to be. You know what I mean? It's way simpler. I mean, that's all we did, right? Me, Taylor, you, before we hop on, we go to the site, we just start clicking around. You know what I mean? We're just taking screenshots, right?
Yeah.
But, the idea is how easy is it, right? Because when you make it tough, nobody takes action. But when you make it easy, a ton of people do, right? And so, yeah, what could you go? My gut says that Jade probably has multiple things sitting on a hard drive right now, right? And she could take, package up, and turn into this right here. You know what I mean? And could be out there in the market right now, helping her followers become customers, become subscribers, become something, right? And start building towards this goal right here, right? This is the goal right here. I think, and I don't think it would even be that hard, right? Somebody like Jade, who is so good at creating great content, is good at creating a big audience. You know what I mean? She's got all the tools. You know what I mean? And this right here is sort of the sustainability path, right? This is how you make sure that if Jade had this right here, had 100,000 email lists, 100,000 customers of any shapes and size, right? Like, she'd be unstoppable. There's not a single thing she couldn't go launch that she wouldn't have humongous support behind. There's not a single, algorithm slap or government change about TikTok or that stuff's pretty scary. They're literally talking about it. If I was on TikTok right now, if I was relying on TikTok, I would be shaking right now. Okay. Because they are in DC right this second talking about, should we get rid of this thing in this country? Should we change it? Should we limit it? Should we whatever? You know what I mean? That stuff, you could take this big blue bar and it could get chopped in half tomorrow. Right. And that's tough. That's real tough.
I think that's my biggest takeaway is for everybody to go map out their customer journey from whatever, because we all know social media is the introduction to you, right? That's how people figure out who you are. That's how they're able to bid your content, understand what you're about, all of that. And so I think, at least for me, because I'm constantly looking at who's my ideal person, right? Who am I speaking to? And if I need to revamp that, cool. But as that person, what does that look like for them? What do I want them to follow? And once I know what I want them to follow, then I need to go to all of the spaces that I'm renting and also owning, because I do have my own website, whatever, and seeing how I can make those match what that process is.
Love it.
And so if you've got the followers and you've got all of the pieces, parts, and your links are all great to go, figure out what your map is and making sure that, you know, the mapping matches what you want people to do. And if it's matches but it's too complicated, then revise it. If it's not matching and it's extra complicated, like we're seeing, revise it. All right. Because we want everybody to be successful in their businesses. We want everybody to make money. We want everybody to be able to do what they want to do and how they want to do it and launch new ventures. I think it's dope that she went from social media to not one, but 2 businesses that she's founded at such a young age. You know what I mean? That's dope. I want to do that. I got like 4 businesses I'm trying to get off the ground. I'm still struggling with the one. Okay. So real time, people, the one. But it takes doing these small tweaks and these things to get there and giving it time to really process and work through and revamp. So that's my homework. I don't know about y'all.
I love it. I love it all. Jordan, thoughts?
That's it. Just do some housekeeping this week. That's it.
Love it. Awesome. Those of you guys who are watching the Tuesday Takeover, you guys can register and get another edition of the Tuesday Takeover. We'll be back probably after the new year, probably not next week because I think it's my birthday is the 27th. So I think I'm out.
You better take time off.
But on behalf of these 2 wonderful people right here and everybody else here at the Sam Carr team, thank you guys so much for being a part of what we do here all day, every day. Thank you so much for making 22 an awesome year. We are super excited about the content we have coming your way next year. We're super excited about the product updates we have coming to Sam Carr your guys' way. Thank you guys so much. And no matter what you're celebrating and who you're celebrating with and wherever you end up doing it, right, we hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and we will see you guys next year. We're out. We'll see you.